Hi, boys and girls. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Today is Thursday, March 26th, and our plan for today is to finish Junie B. Jones. And then tomorrow, I have invited all of you to a classroom meeting. So tomorrow at 11 is when that is scheduled. I sent information out yesterday and I will send it out again today. And I hope that many of you are able to come and join. It'll be kind of fun. We'll all be able to see each other. We will all be able to talk to each other. You guys, if you decide to participate, you will see every other person that is also participating. So you will not just see me, you will see everybody that's on. So it should be fun. So I hope a few of you can come, at least a few. So we'll go ahead and get started with Junie B. Jones today. Remember yesterday, there's the picture from yesterday of her holding her head together because she thought it was gonna explode, as she said, because she had to keep that secret in. But so she went to the nurse to get a Band-Aid to keep her head from exploding. And then the nurse took her to the principal's office. And remember, she accidentally let it slip to the principal what she had seen at the grocery store with Mrs. And so that's where we're at now. She was trying so hard to keep it in. Remember, she was keeping her lips and her mouth together tight so it wouldn't slip out, and it did. So let's see what is going to happen to poor Junie B. We're on chapter 7. It's called Sour Grapes. Principal called Mrs. to come to his office. Only I didn't even know he was going to do that sneaky thing. That's how come I had to pull my skirt way over my head, or else Mrs. would see me there. And she knew she would know I had tattletaled on her. Don't do that, said Principal. Yeah, only I'm allowed, I said from underneath my skirt, 'cause I have on new red tights and also boxer shorts. After that, Principal went out of his office, and I heard my teacher's voice outside the door. Then I quick got down from my big wood chair, and I hid it under Principal's giant desk, 'cause I was scared of what was going to happen, that's why. I stayed quiet for lots of minutes. Then I heard feet come back in the office, and so I made my breath very quiet. Junie B. Jones, said Principal. She might be hiding, said Mrs. She's good at that, you know. And so just then I had to think of something very quick, or else they might come looking for me, I think. So there's Junie hiding under the desk, and then there's Mrs. and the principal coming in to look for her. Yeah, only Junie B. isn't hiding, I said in a very scary voice. Junie B. Jones has to go home. Only don't call her mother, or else she will get mad at you and crack your head open. After that, feet walked real fast around the desk. It was Principal. Come out here right now, young lady, he said. I peeked my eyes at him. Shoot, I said very quiet. Then I had to sit in the big wood chair again, and Mrs. sat down next to me, except for I didn't look at her, or else she might be making a fist at me. Good afternoon, Junie B., she said in a nice voice. I did a gulp. I think you and I need to have a little talk, she said. Then my eyes got a teeny bit of wet in them, 'cause a little talk means I'm gonna get yelled at. Yeah, only I tried not to tattletale on you, I said very quick, 'cause I didn't want you to go to jail for stealing grapes. And so I just kept it a secret inside my head, and I didn't talk, and Grandma Miller thought a dead cat got my tongue. Only today Lucille said my head was gonna blow, and so that's how come I run to the nurse for a Band-Aid, and she took me to Principal, and then my secret accidentally slipped out of my lips. Mrs. dried my eyes with a tissue. It's okay, Junie B., she said. I'm not angry at you. I just need to know what you saw me do at the grocery store. Can you tell me what you saw? Then she said the word exactly. I made my voice very whispering. I exactly saw you eat grapes, I told her. Except for you didn't pay the store man for them. You just put them in your mouth and ate them. And that is called the word of stealing, I think. After that, I hid my head under my skirt again. You don't have to hide, Junie B., said Mrs. I'm the one who should be hiding. I'm the one who took the grapes. I peeked my eyes over my skirt at her. Then Mrs. did a little smile, and she explained all about what happened. 2 weeks ago, I bought some grapes at the store, she said, but when I got them home, I discovered they were so sour no one in my family would eat them. So this week, when my husband and I went back to the store, I thought I'd be smart and taste a couple of grapes before I bought them. I raised my eyebrows. Is that the rules? I asked very quiet. Mrs. shook her head. No, she said, that's not the rules. I should have told the grocery man about my sour grapes, and then I should have asked him if I could sample one or two. But I didn't do that, and it was right of you to worry when you saw me eating them without paying for them. It was? I asked. Mrs. smiled again. Of course it was, she said. It shows you know right from wrong, and it also shows that teachers make mistakes just like everybody else. Teachers aren't perfect, Junie B. No one is perfect. After that, I felt relief in me, 'cause of no more secret, that's why. Yeah, and guess what else I saw? I said, very happy. I saw you and your strange man do a big smoochy kiss, and it was right in front of the whole entire everybody. Only you didn't even know I was spying on you, 'cause I'm not actually allowed to do that sneaky thing. Only my mother never even find it out. I smiled, very proud of myself, except for Mrs. didn't smile back, and Principal didn't smile back too, 'cause guess what? Another secret just slipped out, that's why. What secret was it? It was about Mrs. giving her husband the kiss and Junie B seeing her. That was the other thing. She didn't tell Principal about that when she told him about the grapes. All right, so chapter 8. This is the last chapter. Chapter 8, Grandparents' Day. Mrs. went back to room 9. That's because the bell rang to start kindergarten, of course. Only Principal didn't let me go too. He said to stay in my wood chair. Then he called my mother on the telephone and told her all about the grocery store and all about my sneaky-peeky spying. Principal is a squealer. After that, Mother said she wanted to talk to me. Only when I said hi, she didn't even say hi back. She said she wasn't very happy with me, Missy, and no more spying means no more spying, and we would talk about this after her work. Then Mother said she never wants to get any more phone calls from Principal. Did I understand? Did I? I looked at Principal. Mother says not to call her anymore, I told him. Then Mother did a loud groan in the phone, except I don't know why. After that, me and her hanged up, and Principal said I could go to room 9, and so I run to there speedy quick. Only too bad for me, 'cause I got there too late to sing My Country 'Tis Thee, Sweet Land of Liver Free, which is my favorite flag song. And so I just had to sit at my table, and that's all. I showed Lucille my Band-Aid. See, my head's not blowed up, I said, very happy. Too bad, said a mean boy named Jim. I made a fist at him. Then me and him got into a scuffle. Scuffle is the school word for I accidentally tore his shirt. Only guess what? I didn't even get in trouble, 'cause just then the grandparents came to room 9 for Grandparents' Day. Hey, there's mine, I hollered very excited. Mine is the grandma with the baldy head. Mine is the grandpa with the baldy head. Mine too, said a girl named Charlotte. Mine too, said my boyfriend named Ricardo. Then a grandma with blonde hair came in, and she had long red fingernails and dangling earrings with jewels on them. That's my Nana, said Lucille. I smiled at her. Your Nana looks like a money bags, Lucille, I said. After that, another grandma came in, and she ran over to that Jim I hate, and she tried to hug him very tight. Only that mean Jim just kept on standing there, and he didn't even hug her back. I tapped on her. I will hug you, I said. And so then me and her hugged real tight. I hate your grandboy, I said very sweet. Just then Mrs. clapped her hands loud together, and she made the grandparents sit down in the back of the room. Then the children talked all about what we do in room 9. It is fun here, said my bestest friend, that Grace. We learn to count and to read and to wash our hands after we go to the bathroom. And we learn recess and snacks and art, said Ricardo. Art is my favorite, I called out. Only my art didn't get hanged up because I painted a horse and his head turned out like a fat wiener sausage. And so I had to tear it up and stomp on it with my shoes. Then that mean Jim did a cuckoo sign at me. Like that. Oh, I forgot to show you the picture. There's Junie hugging Jim's, meanie old Jim's grandma. And then there's Jim. He's not very happy about it. And it was right in front of the whole entire grandparents. Yeah, only everybody makes mistakes, I said. Right, Mrs.? Right? Because on Saturday, you kissed a strange man at the grocery store, and then you stole a bunch of grapes. And so even teachers make mistakes, right? Mrs.'s face went funny. Then her skin turned the color of reddish, and her voice couldn't say any words. How come you're not talking, Mrs.? I hollered out. Does the dead cat got your tongue? Just then, Grandma Miller made a loud laugh in the back of the room. Then I heard my grandpa laugh too. And pretty soon lots of other grandparents were laughing and laughing. Hey, it sounds happy in this place, I hollered. After that, Mrs. didn't look so reddish anymore. Then we got out the Freshmints, and Grandma Miller helped me put my cookies on a plate. Mrs. had an announcement to room 9, and she only had 2 cookies apiece for the children. Except for I ate 4 delicious chocolate ones, and nobody even saw me. Only that's not called stealing, that's called extras. After the Freshmans, the grandparents had to go home to their houses, and so I hugged my grandma and my grandpa very tight, and then I hugged that mean Jim's grandma too, and also Lucille's money bags Nana. Love your earrings, I said. Then Mrs. saw me being polite, and she smiled very nice at me. Mrs. has white teeth. They are just like Grandpa Miller's teeth, only hers don't come out, I think. Except I'm not for sure positive. And so guess what? I still wish I could hide in her hamper. That's what. And that's the end of Junie B. Jones and some sneaky peeky spying. So I hope you liked Junie B. The Junie B. story that we read. Think about this for tomorrow. Next week, if you come to the Zoom meeting, classroom meeting tomorrow, I would like to know what you want to do next week. Would you rather have a short story every day, kind of like we did last week? So that's a different story every day. Or would you rather, since it's still spring break, would you rather read another Junie B. book? Kaylin has lots of Junie B. books or other chapter books. It doesn't even have to be a Junie B. book. So think about this. Would you rather read a new story every day next week, or would you rather read a different chapter book? And if we choose chapter book, I may not choose Junie B. I know Kaylin has lots of different books that I think would be good for you guys to listen to and make your little movies in your mind as we read. So think about that for tomorrow. So tomorrow, again, it is scheduled at 11 o'clock. Mom or dad or sister, brother, grandma, grandpa, babysitter, whoever you're at home with can hopefully help you get on. I will be on at 11, and I will also be able to check emails or Parent Square if there's problems getting signed on for any parents. But I will also link the information, the same information that I did yesterday. I will include that in the post for today. So I hope to see everybody tomorrow at our meeting. If not, then I will see you all back here on Monday for another story. Have a great weekend if I don't talk to you, or have a good evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.